On Friday, you guys learned about the Sugar Act and the Stamp Act. Both the Sugar Act and the Stamp Act were taxes that were made in order to help pay for the French and Indian War, which was also part of a larger war called the 7 Years' War. The French and Indian War is the part of the war that was fought in the colonies. And since England fought this war in the colonies, they thought it was only fair that they taxed the colonies to help pay for the war. Well, the taxes made the colonists angry. It didn't make them angry necessarily because they had to pay taxes, although nobody likes to pay taxes. It made them angry because they did not have any say in the taxes. So there are some groups that you guys learned about, or a group that you guys learned about, who opposed the Stamp Act, who stood up against it and tried to get people to protest against it and get the colonists angry about it so that the king would repeal, or parliament would repeal, which means to take away. So they wanted them to take away the taxes. So the Sons of Liberty were the group that you guys read about the other day. The Sons of Liberty were a secret organization who opposed the Stamp Act. And they would do things like threaten stamp masters. They would hang them in effigy. They would do all sorts of things. And basically what ended up happening is, because the colonists were so upset about it, they repealed or took away the taxes. So they got rid of the Stamp Act. One of the slogans that comes from this time is no taxation without representation. And that was really the big issue. It wasn't so much about the money, it was that they had no representation, which means nobody from the colonies was in England helping them decide what taxes should be made. Because in England there's a king, but there's also a parliament. And the parliament is the ones that are over there making the laws. And there's different people from around England who are in the parliament, but there was nobody from the colonies that were in the parliament. And the colonies thought that they should be making their own laws and taxes, and that England shouldn't be telling them what they should do. So they got rid of the Stamp Act. They repealed it. However, that is not the end. I had something to show you here. So they protested, sometimes in violent ways and sometimes in simple ways. Okay? You might have a teapot in your house protesting your displeasure against the Stamp Act. You might refuse to buy certain things that were taxed by Britain. These are all different ways to show England how upset you were about the taxes. So they're going to get rid of the Stamp Act, okay? But they're not going to stop there. They're going to try something else. So today you guys are going to learn about another set of taxes that England is going to impose on the colonies, and that is called the Townshend Acts, named after a man by the name of Charles Townshend, okay? And these tax all sorts of things, and the colonists are going to get angry again, and for a lot of the same reasons. And another very important group is going to show up, similar to the Sons of Liberty, but I don't want to give that away yet.